First, I have a story to tell. There's this guy that both me and Sarah talked to before we came to Davis, and we just talked to him on Facebook because he was coming to Davis. So we were like, oh, when we get to Davis, we can hang out. And we hung out with him like the first night he got here when we all moved in. And it seemed like he didn't like us, so there was this whole thing about that, how we were pretty sure he hates us for some reason, even though he seemed to like us a lot, like when we were talking online. But the point of this is, I was with Sarah in the DC, or Dining Commons, the day I got back from visiting home. So I hadn't taken a shower, I hadn't slept much because I was trying to get so much done at home, and I just had my hair pulled back in a ponytail. My bangs were clipped back too, so like there was no distractions from my face, which I wasn't wearing any makeup except for my concealer, which you guys know I always have to fix my face. So we see this guy that I'm talking about in the DC, and he comes up to us, which we're surprised about because we kind of previously had been like ignoring each other, like pretending we hadn't seen each other because it was awkward when we tried saying hi. But he came up and he was like, hey, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, yeah, I just got back from visiting home. And then he was like, I feel really bad saying this, but Anne, are you okay? And at first I thought he was like gonna apologize for being a jerk, and he was worried I wasn't okay because he had been like kind of like rude to us because, well, okay, that's another story, but just like when we had seen him again, he was like acted like he didn't care about us when he had like been talking, whatever. So I thought he was going in that direction, but then he was like you look like sick or like tired, like it's dark under your eyes, like, are you okay? And he was like, and I feel really bad saying this, and I'm like, no, I'm fine. I haven't slept much because I've been busy, but I'm fine. He was like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. It's just out of concern. And I was like, thanks. But that's rude. And first of all, it's like weird coming from a guy, especially because you'd think it'd be like a girl trying to be mean subtly. So I don't really know what to think about it. But that just brought up thoughts about appearance. Like, that was one day that I just didn't care what I looked like, and someone actually commented on it. And when I was sick the first week of college, I like kept worrying about what I looked like, but at some point I just had to not care because, you know, people around me are going to see me not at my best, and I just have to accept that. And this kind of reminded me of a sarcaschicks video that I watched like 2 weeks ago. I'll put the link in the description for you guys. Their whole week of videos was about like appearance and about worrying what you look like to other people. So it was like the one time when I really didn't care, I actually like practically got insulted. It's like, I guess I should have put more makeup on. People wouldn't think I'm like sick. But then today, I woke up and I did put more makeup on. Look, my eye makeup is cute, but and I like the way my hair looks today, and I just felt pretty. But because I felt more confident about my looks, I felt happier on the inside. So it was like there's this whole thing where you shouldn't worry about what you look like because it's nobody's business. You get to look like what you want to look like. But on the other hand, when you look good, it helps you feel better. So it's this conundrum. But I'd also like to talk about how I visited home, because that was like the best thing ever. I was so happy to see everyone. I'm so glad that Stark came home too, and that was a surprise. And Stark, I just love your haircut. It's amazing. I love you guys, and I'm so glad that we got to spend like a day and a half together. Bye.